Aye, victory and praises. Welcome, everyone. I'm Casey McBride,
I'm Maris Handley.
and this is the Earth and Ether Experience. Give us 1 second. We want to make sure that this live stream is actually working. One time we did this beautiful live stream, and none of it actually popped up. It wasn't working. So,
That works.
yes, okay. Can you hear us? Are we good? Are we moving?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, we're here. Welcome, everybody. So we're going to talk a little bit. I want to guide everyone through a little bit of a beautiful grounding exercise that just came through a minute ago for Eris and I. And then we'll offer some healings. So I'm going to go ahead and put that banner up there. Comment if you're interested in receiving a virtual healing. We can do that over the live stream. Or if you just have a comment or a question for a couple of Pacos and shamans and many other things.
Humans.
So, yes, human beings, gods and goddesses. Okay, so I'm going to ring this bell, and ringing of the bell in the Paco Kuna tradition is a call out. It's a sending out of Sami that draws in beings of light. It draws in Sami to us. As we send out Sami, we receive it back in this divine reciprocity, this Aini. So listen to the sound of the bell and find yourself in a relaxed and comfortable position and become as receptive as you can. And take a couple of deep, relaxed breaths. Drop down out of the mind and into the body, sighing out. Bring your attention into your muhu koya, and this is the area right at the base of our sternum. If you feel on your chest where that little chest bone comes to a point at the very bottom before it turns into your stomach, that's the base of your sternum. And inside of your body there is your muhu koya, the seat of your soul. So bring your attention to that area. And I want you to imagine that there's a miniature sun softly shining in that area of your body. Imagine that there's a softly glowing mini sun in your muhukoya, the base of your sternum, and that its light is shining through your body into your nerves, soothing the nervous system in the same kind of way that you sit down on a beach on a nice warm summer day and you feel the rays of the sun as you're sunbathing and it just seems to melt away all stress. Allow the rays of the miniature sun inside of you to just melt away any stress in your body, in your nervous system. Allow it to melt away any stress in your heart and allow it to melt away any worries in your mind. Let it shine in and through and around you, just softly breathing. And if you notice any areas that feel clenched or tight or contracted or like a nervous sensation or anything like that, allow the rays of this miniature sun to shine on them. And just like how the sun melts away the snow after a long winter when it finally returns, allow this sun shining in your muhukoya to melt away any of these clenched, tight, stagnant areas in your body. Let it just soothe them and melt them right away. Mhm. And notice how your body and your mind and your nervous system start to feel different. Notice how just by imagining these things, which is our way of perceiving reality, we're able to create very real, instantaneous, and powerful shifts in the way that we feel, in the way that we think, in the way that we are. So feel yourself melting, softening, and also feel this miniature sun illuminating you illuminating the inside of your body, illuminating your heart, and illuminating your mind so that everything feels light in both the sense of brightness, light, and as in the opposite of heavy, soft, beautiful light. As this light continues to shine, I just wanted to say hi to Tom. Hello, Tom. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Good to have you here. And as everyone's feeling that light shining, I do just want to say that if anyone is in need of shamanic healing, if you have emotional difficulties, anxiety, depression, grief, or anything like this, or if you have any physical pain, if your back hurts or you've got a herniated disc or anything like that, please comment and let us know what it is that you're in need of healing for if you're ready to receive it. And just feel that softness. Feel yourself completely illuminated by that light. Feel it shining through every part of you. Mm. I already feel so much softer.
I feel like little sparks of like flames just transmuting and alchemizing heaviness into light.
That's so beautiful.
Hi.
Hi, Amber. Good to have you here. Yeah, anyone who is in need of healing, Amber or Tom, if you guys want to go first, one of you that needs a little bit of healing for something, just let us know if you're open to doing it on the stream and you want to receive healing right now on the stream, let us know. Amber says, I could use some help with my face pain if no one else is stepping up. So I'm familiar. I was just talking to Amber. She's a current student of mine in the shamanic journeying apprenticeship. So she's got nerve pain in the face, and it's really uncomfortable for her.
Okay.
So yeah, Amber, absolutely. If you're
Yeah.
open to receive healing for it, we can work with that. Just remember, and I've come a little bit of a ways since our last healing. I remember one time you had a dislocated like hip or something like that. I worked with you and there was no pain, and then you went to get up really fast, and even though the pain was gone, the hip was still dislocated, and that caused some problems. So one, keep in mind that just because the pain's gone doesn't mean the issue underlying is completely healed. But I also want to say that I've come a long way in that, and I tend to go a little bit deeper. Before, when I was doing that at that particular point in time, I was focusing on kind of just as quickly as I could eliminating the pain in a simple way. And now I tend to go deeper and I start to address the underlying causes of even in these little 15-minute ones. I go much deeper in hour long, 2 hour long sessions, but we start to get the energies moving underneath to start to rewire the body, to start to rewire the spirit, to create a more lasting change in that as well. So just know that if the pain's gone, be gentle with yourself, but if it comes back, know that we've really got some things moving, and be open to the possibility that that could be the resolution of that, even if it's not instantaneously. Just be open to all the beautiful possibilities, Amber. And Paulo says, I really need your healing. You're awesome. Thank you, Paulo. Paulo, stay on the stream. You're number 2. You're going to be right after Amber. All right, Amber, if you could just explain on a scale of 1 to 10 how uncomfortable the pain is in your face, how uncomfortable it is right now, and use 1 or 2 descriptive words like throbbing, sharp, tingling, whatever words you want to use. So 1 to 10, how uncomfortable, and a couple descriptive words for the pain. Beautiful. I'm so glad we got people hopping on.
I know, this is perfect.
It's really wonderful. Yeah, right before we hopped on here, we were grounding, getting ready for the stream, relaxing, and a beautiful spontaneous healing came through for Era. We were doing this practice with the sun that we were doing, and then you became aware of.
Yeah, as soon as my sun and my Buhukoya started shining, I just like created the mantra in my head of like I surrender to love, I surrender to love, I surrender to love, because I could feel that a lot was transmuting. It was like feeling pretty intense, and resistance always naturally comes up. So I was like, I surrender fully to this. And then as soon as I did that, it was like energetically revealed that I had a plug rotating in my heart chakra, and it was just obviously preventing energy flow. And so,
So
yeah,
yeah, so
you uh,
I reached into it, and I started to pull this plug out, and along with it, a whole bunch of stuff from the
from down in my solar plexus and my sacral chakra too. It was just
was
like
all being
snaking
pulled out
up.
through that. I fed it to the earth after that, and I saw all the angels around you with all their hands on you. So I'm like, oh, she's good. I just kind of like assumed she could see and feel
Yeah,
all
he
that
took his
as much as
hands
I could.
off.
So I took my hands off, and I'm like, oh, the angels got you. And then she's kind of like,
I started feeling like this like void within myself, and I was like, dude, can you please put your hand back on me, because I feel abandoned, like it's like the abandoned wound being like stroked right there. And then you tuned in it again and you realized,
yeah, I realized there was something missing that I needed. I didn't know exactly what I was doing, and one of the angels was holding a beautiful like pearl, like a giant fist-sized pearl of white light above me, and I grabbed onto that and I put it in there. And the angels were explaining to me that this is going to stay in the heart to not only help create that sense of safety, and it will eventually completely weave back in with the body, but it was also a missing piece of Eris's spirit and personal power that was coming back to be reunited with her. That was
yeah,
just really beautiful.
I just started crying. I felt like suddenly like, wow, yes, this is what's been missing from me,
Yes.
and I feel so whole and complete, and it feels so good.
I love spontaneous healings like that are so powerful where we're just
Mhm.
kind of playing and we're not really
Mhm.
trying. It's so
Yeah, we're
fun.
just naturally grounding and letting things come through, and it was like, surprise.
Yeah. Some of the most powerful healings are the most like playful ones.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd say that's almost always the case. Amber says it's about an 8. It's kind of an electric burning sensation with some jolts of more severe pain. Amber, are you ready to receive some healing for this? Are you open to the possibility that that could shift very quickly? Are you ready? And are you ready to truly invite us in and receive the healing for this? And if you're not, that's okay. Just be honest and let us know yes or no. One way, it doesn't matter. Whatever is, any answer is okay. There are no wrong answers. Who says yes, please?
Mm.
Perfect. Okay, Amber. Aí, ukupachakuna, ampui, ampui, ampui. Aí, kaipachakuna, ampui, ampui, ampui. Aí, hanakapachakuna, ampui, ampui, ampui.
Mm.
Going to open my Mesha. Keep your attention on the discomfort, Amber. I know when things are painful and uncomfortable like that, sometimes we want to do anything but sit there and focus on it. But right now is the time to focus on it so that we can start to shift this. So focus on that. Mm. This is my stone connected to my maternal lineage, my ancestral lineage on my mother's side, and in turn, it's connected to everyone that comes into contact with me, their maternal lineage side. So, Amber, I just want you to look at this stone, just stare at the screen and look at this stone for a minute, and just keep the image of that and hold that. Remember what that stone looks like. And go ahead and close your eyes and just picture that stone that I just had on the screen. Picture that in your mind's eye and feel its light, its energy starting to flow into your head, into your face, and start to soften that energy there, as well as start to bring some things to the surface. Hmm. There are some things, Amber, immediately coming through that are a little too personal for me to share on the live stream, but I'm going to see if there is anything that I can talk about that we can work up here. But the things that are immediately were coming through, I wouldn't feel comfortable having that be a live stream. But we're going to see what else comes up. We can work around it in a more general way. So I'll just put it into general terms. Um, there is some feelings of resentment and feelings that have not been resolved on the maternal side of your family. So I want you to focus on any feelings that you have of resentment or unresolved heavy emotions around your mom's side of the family. I want you to tune into that and allow these emotions to start to come to the surface. And as they do, also allow a blue light to start to flow throughout your body and into your face.
Anchor yourself into the breath as well. Breathing in through the nose nicely, slowly, deeply,
Gently.
and then out through the mouth. Maybe even through pursed lips, like you're inhaling fresh energy, and then you're exhaling naturally any energy that's ready to leave. Allowing your breath to also bring you deeper into the body and deeper into the emotions and any sensations that accompany any of these emotions. And no matter how intense the emotions are, remembering that you are safe. Allowing the blue light to hold your heart.
I'm reaching in with my hand and spirit behind your head. I'm coming in through an opening, a spiritual opening in the back of your head and reaching forward towards your face. And I'm grabbing on to an energetic object that's lodged into your skull from the back of your head. So I'm pulling onto this object. And in a moment, I'm going to pull it out, remove it, and then start to work on the area that had been damaged by this energetic object, which is connected somehow to some resentment on the maternal line. So I'm going to, in a moment, pull this out, and I just want you to do your best to let go and allow me to have this, allow me to take this, have the intention to allow me to grab and take and pull this out so that we can heal the intend to allow me to do that.
My hand is over your heart. Feel the support here, that you are not alone. You do not carry this burden, this wounding alone, and you don't have to carry it anymore. Allowing yourself to continue to feel everything fully, even if the emotions are loud.
But I'm just working. I've been cleaning out some energetic debris, some energetic infection that had been in that area. And I'm cleaning that out. And as I pull out bits that are energetically infected, I'm replacing it with light and allowing your body to start to rebuild itself. I just kind of cut a little piece of something out that was stuck, and I'm allowing energy to flow a little bit more. Notice the sensation of flow, like a flowing tingling that just started after I snapped my fingers. Pay attention to that and allow it. Don't resist that. Let it flow through, let it tingle, and know that that's going to shift into something else in just a minute.
Allowing it to just wash through.
And Amber, stop fighting. You're very strong, you're very powerful, but you're fighting with yourself so hard. And it's time to give up that fight because you can't win a fight against yourself. You know what this means. Give up this fight and don't worry about it. Just imagine that even 2 minutes from now in the future doesn't exist. Just imagine that that doesn't exist. If 2 minutes in the future doesn't exist in this moment, if that's all there is, and the past doesn't matter because it's gone either, why would you sit here in the only moment that exists and struggle with yourself? So make the choice with elevated emotion. Choose freedom from that self struggle, from that self fight. Choose that you want to feel something better than that. Let go of the fight. Feel something new. Feel that new emotion rising to the surface, being elevated by the power of this stone.
Allowing any more density in the mind, in the space around the mind, the head, allowing it to release. And on the next inhale in, inhaling fresh new light, new life force energy. Inhaling it to the best of your ability through the belly, through the torso, through the chest, expanding through the chest, allowing the breath to even move up through the neck, through the top of the head. And at the top, just allowing the breath to release and envision this energy, any leftover energy moving through down the central column, down the chest, the torso, through the stomach with ease, allowing it to pass down through the tailbone and into the earth.
Viracocha. Viracocha. Calling upon an energy of harmony. Yanantin. Yanantin. Amber, tuning in as this energy is all flowing thing. We've gotten things moving in a big way right now. So you're probably feeling all kinds of energy sensations moving in all different directions. But I just want to check in. How do you feel, Amber? How do you feel now after all of that? Again, this energy is going to continue to move. It'll probably be moving at least all night, if not into tomorrow. But I just want to check in. How are you feeling right now? And this is what I had. You can only see the back of the seashell, but this is the centerpiece of my Misha cross in the shell. This is the cross represents the divine masculine and the shell, the divine feminine, and the merging of the two. I don't know if I ever told you that.
I remember it now that you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the hot tune card 5.
Yeah.
Because I have one too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Say, Amber, check in. I'm okay, still in pain. It's a little less. Beautiful. Amber, sit with that. I want you to focus on all of the sensations that you're feeling, all of these emotions that have arisen. Be there, be present with that. And if you want to watch the rest of that stream, that'd be great. Trying to stop clenching. Yeah, so sit there and practice some of the techniques I taught you earlier today of relaxing, like entering into trance. Use those techniques we worked with. Relax as deeply as you can. And in that relaxed state, just allow the unclenching to naturally happen. Don't sit there and try to force yourself to unclench because that just makes things tighter. So just relax yourself, bring yourself into that nice trance, which you can do, and then allow it to naturally everything to expand and soften and uncontract, if that's a word. I don't think it is. Yeah. Thank you, Amber.
Surrender to your own love that is trying to flow.
Yes, thank you so much. And we love for you.
You.
We'd love for you. If you have any questions or anything you want to talk about, Amber, that's beautiful. Let's come back up here. Paolo, are you still with us? What are you in need of healing for? What are you in need of healing for, Paolo? And thank you for saying we're awesome. You're awesome too. Tom also says, I have a stone that helps with hunger. What should I do with it? I've never heard of that. Amber says, thank you. You're so welcome, Amber. Thank you.
Paolo is here.
Paolo is here. Paolo, what is it that you're in need of healing for? What are you most in need of healing for in this moment? If you could explain to us what you need healing for, then we can work with you. Yeah, after I did it.
We had the same thought. I'm doing a quick energy cleansing before we go to the next person. Good. We done.
Okay. It's not physical pain. I lost both my parents 4 years ago. I'm going through pretty well. I am strong, but sometimes I feel the weight of the weight for what I saw and what I felt and the emptiness they left. Yeah, absolutely, Paula. I just need some new positive and clean energy. We can absolutely help you with that. So, Paula, I just want to explain first that if you were to book a session with us, all the links are below to do that. We can go deeper in and like there may be something you need, and maybe you need to revisit what happened back then and retrieve those pieces of yourself that are stuck in the past and to really bring around a full resolution to that just so that you can really spiritually and physically move on. But like you said, for the time being, we can clear out some of that heaviness that's presenting itself right now.
Yeah,
Bring
help
in
me
some
process grief.
yeah, bring in some life, allow some of that grief to move through and integrate that, and you should be feeling quite a bit better. But again, if you want to really go deep, please don't hesitate to book a full session with us. And to anyone, before we get into Paolo's healing, anyone who appreciates what we do, wants to say thank you for their healing, or just wants to support us, the link is in the description for our virtual gratitude jar. It says that on there. You can donate to us on PayPal, or we're accepting super chats. So right there on the chat, we're right next to the thing where you comment, there's a little dollar sign. You can give super chats or super thanks or super stickers. Those are all very much
And we'd be
appreciated as
super
well.
grateful.
Yes, exactly. So Paolo, I want you to scan your body right now. Scan your body, and I want you to find where it is that the seat of all of this heaviness, of this grief and everything, this emptiness, where does that live in your physical body? Do you feel it in the pit of your chest, in your heart, in your throat, in your gut? Where do you feel that? It could be anywhere. So scan your body and find out where you feel that. And then I want you to tell us where that is and notice how uncomfortable that emptiness, that heaviness is, that grief is. And give us a number on a scale of 1 to 10 of how uncomfortable that is. 1 being it's there, but I barely even notice it. 10 being it's so heavy, so uncomfortable that it's all I can think about. And so just give us a number 1 to 10 on that too. Yeah, it was while I was in the debate. Yeah. Mhm. Let's all just sink in a little bit. Let's all slow ourselves down, come out of our minds and into our bodies, slowing the nervous system down just by being present and having the intention to slow ourselves down.
And by slowing down, our hearts have the opportunity to soften and expand.
Paulo says in the middle, like in the stomach, and it feels like a stone.
I feel it.
Okay. Scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable is that, Paula? Again, 1 being like it's okay, here he is. It's about from 7 to 8. Paulo, are you ready to receive healing for this? Are you open to the possibility that this discomfort could shift and that we could remove this heaviness that's presenting itself currently? And are you ready to invite us into your energy field to perform healing for this? Are you ready? And do we have your permission to come in and work spiritually with you? Paulo says, yes, dude. Okay, Paula. I want you to keep your attention there on that emptiness, that stone-like feeling of emptiness and heaviness in the middle of your stomach. Keep your attention there and just watch it. Keep your awareness there. I know normally we like to run away and distract ourselves because it's uncomfortable to feel, but now just keep your attention right there on that
Mhm.
feeling.
Yeah, feel your awareness taking up space around this stone-like fixture. Feel it as your awareness is consciousness, it is light. So there is now light surrounding this stone. Feeling the light and just allowing your attention to rest there. Taking a couple of slow, deep breaths into this space. And noticing with every breath that you take, having this light, this awareness around this heaviness. This light is beginning to permeate and soak into the stone. Feeling the sensations fully as it shifts.
As well as a light that you can perceive, we're bringing in the unmanifested light, a light that cannot be seen, the light of pure oneness, consciousness, through Kanchai. I'm going to chant Kanchai once more. Feel a kind of light that has the ability to part the clouds in the skies, parting your internal emotional clouds, making space and room for more light to enter. Conchai.
And I have my hands on either side of this stone as well, feeding it warmth and softness and light, feeling it seeping in.
And I am starting to extract, starting to pull some of the heaviness from this stone. Feel the heaviness in that stone, the weight of it inside of you being pulled out of you as if the gravity is being sucked out
Slowly and gently.
slowly and gently.
And also bringing your attention to your heart space as well. Perhaps taking a breath into the heart as more light starts to flow, allowing the heart to relax, letting the flow of this energy move throughout the heart with more ease, allowing your belly to become more relaxed through this process as things are becoming to shift. If you feel the need to move your body in a certain way, perhaps slightly moving your torso, creating a little bit more movement in this space. Honoring all of the emotions that you're experiencing. We're not only trying to change how we're feeling or get rid of anything. There is nothing wrong. Everything that you're feeling is perfect. Grief is natural, it's normal, it is healthy. It is a deep feeling of love. It shows you how much love that you have had for someone who is no longer with you in the same way that they once were. It is beautiful to grieve. It is an honoring of what once was, and it is also a transition time into what will be.
Ayai, Waira Taita, Ampui, Ampui, Ampui. Just as Era said, it is a beautiful thing to feel this grief, but when we hold on to it and clutch it tight for longer than it needs to be there, it starts to accumulate heaviness that can be unhealthy for us. So I'm going to blow the energy of the wind, of Father Wind, into you. Feel that, put it, bringing a gust of energy from this stone in the middle of your stomach up to your heart, into your throat, and out. Feel it. And if that happens and you need to cry or laugh or just make a sound or move your body, like Era said, do whatever you need to do. But I'm going to blow into this area, bring a ton of energy of the wind, and it's going to blow this emotion up so that it can be expressed and move out.
And it can move at any pace that it needs to. Once this breath blows into this space, allowing it to move at its own pace up and out of your body. Whatever that looks like, whatever that feels like, however long it takes is perfect.
Don't be afraid to feel. Now is the time to feel it in order to heal it.
It is safe. It is love, and love is safe.
Touching this blue stone to your throat to help to open up throat and open up the expression of your emotions and the expression of your life force and yourself. Katari. Katari.
Hiatas, hiatayanayatas, duata sa shwanayagas. He shanaya sakaya si hua hua hua.
Paulo, I want to check in as all of this energy is continuing to flow and move. How do you feel? Is there any of that heaviness left? Is it all gone? Or is there a little bit left? And if there is, scale of 1 to 10, where is it at now? And just overall, how do you feel compared to before we started? What? Okay. I'm high in the energy for
I
sure.
am moving fast, but I feel how it's moving through the body. It needs a little more time.
Yeah, I just wanted to check in. We're not done.
I know, but I'm just saying. We're gonna slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, slowing down
You know
is
what, we
always a good
can't.
idea.
Nothing can be forced.
Yeah, don't rush, Paolo. No rush. This is a beautiful, sacred experience that we're all sharing together. Feel it. Be here. Be with it. I felt tingles all over my body. I feel more relaxed and lighter. Beautiful. Paolo, let all of that continue to move. And Paulo, as all of that's moving and as we're continuing to work and allowing this energy to spread and allowing all of this to integrate.
I am sure something left my body. I felt it too. Yeah,
absolutely.
you did great. That was a lot. That was a lot, and it'll continue to move because we've essentially opened a channel from your stomach through the top of your central column. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Paula, we can sit with you for another minute. I want, or because I do want to get on Sacred Beholder, so they wanted a healing.
Mhm.
We'll sit with you for another minute, but I want you to message us as we're here doing this work. Continue to let all of this move, because that was a lot that happened. Your energy body's adjusting to all of this. I want you to feel all of that, but comment whenever it happens and let us know whenever the last of that heaviness that was in there for now is gone. Just message us and say it's gone, because we would like to hear and track the progress of all of this so we know that the energy is moving, and if there's anything else we need to do, we can jump in and do that.
Mhm.
So please message us and let us know. Or if it's already gone, please tell us that now. But as long as it takes, just continue to hang out, let the energies move, and if and let us know when all of that heaviness is no longer noticeable.
The Sacred Beholder said, "Could I please get some healing?"
Yeah, Sacred Beholder,
Are
are
you
you
still
still with
here?
us? Are you still here, Sacred Beholder?
What up, dude?
What's going on? And to Paulo, sometimes it can take a minute for us to even notice. It can take a minute for our awareness to catch up. Like maybe we moved all that, all the heaviness is gone, but it's been with you for so many days or hours or even weeks or months that it
Years.
takes a minute or years. It takes a minute for the awareness to be like, oh wow, I actually don't feel that anymore. It's like weird to us. It kind of takes a minute for you to catch up. So the moment you are aware that you're no longer aware of any of that empty, kind of stone like heavy feeling, in the comments type it's gone and just sit with it with your awareness gently there and letting everything flow until that happens.
I am still here. Yes.
Sacred Beholder, what is it that you're in need of healing for? What do you need healing for, bro? I'm assuming brother? I feel good.
So-
I do. Yeah, are you okay?
Yes, yes. I just feel like these are moving very fast, and it's like this is intense.
Yeah.
So just,
Yeah, it is.
sink in, slow down. We're not in a rush.
Yeah. That's just good. I'm having a good time. I feel great.
I know. I'm just like, slow down. I feel
Yeah.
it in my body.
Yeah.
I feel that my body is telling me we got to slow down a little bit. So,
Okay.
yeah, it feels good though.
So yeah. And then after, well, I guess we'll wait to hear what happens with this. Save that for a little bit. Yeah, Sacred Beholder, what is it? And I know that there's a little bit of a delay between, um, oh, and Paolo here says it's gone. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Paolo. Isn't that amazing? 7 or 8 out of 10 grief, stone-like heavy feeling in the stomach, and all of that emptiness and pain. And within just a few minutes, it can
Mm.
completely be transmuted. It can completely integrate into us, and we can no longer have to carry that for the time being. That's what's possible with just a little healing like this. But if we really go deeper into this, do a full healing, we can create even more powerful change. So don't
And
hesitate to reach out and book a session if you feel called to.
absolutely, and even more too, just the presence, the deep presence and acknowledgement of emotions in daily life too, because grief comes in waves. Like you is just it's an ongoing experience that you just are evolving with. It's not necessarily something that we will ever be fully without.
Yeah.
So just giving it the love and attention anytime that it arises, just that love and care really goes such a long way. It's essential.
Yeah, it's so huge.
When Sacred Beholder said, I've been having trouble being myself, letting go, allowing myself to fix my relationships with my family. Wow, I totally
Hmm.
resonate with that so much.
All right.
Yes. And then Paolo said, I appreciate so much what you do. I love you both. You're great. We love you, Paolo.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you so much.
Okay, and then Sacred Beholder said, if you don't mind, I'd like to just sit back and close my eyes without checking in via commenting once we begin. Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Sounds
let's
good.
do that. Whenever we feel that it is complete, sit with it for a moment, and then we will check in with you then. So, trouble being myself, letting go, and allowing myself to fix my relationships with my family. Yes,
All right.
I have been going through that initiation as well. So you are not alone.
Beautiful.
Hmm.
All right. So we'll just go ahead and start. So, Sacred Beholder, like you said, sit back, close your eyes, and just feel. Just be in your body and feel all of this that we're about to bring through for you.
And just starting with your breath, allowing the simple sensations of your breath moving in and out of your body, feeling it enter through your nose, down into your belly, through your lungs and your chest, and then back out through your mouth and throat. Just become present with this sensation for a moment first. The simplicity of energy flowing, allowing it to flow without restriction, letting go of resistance, dropping in deeper as if it is effortless and that this is where you desire to be, is deeper and deeper into your body. Bringing attention to your heart space, feeling the energy that is present there without analyzing, as if you're perceiving with your heart. Anywhere you're feeling a sensation, as if that is your point of perception. And allowing your attention to move from the heart deeper into the body, down into the solar plexus, the belly space. And even deeper into the navel, allowing your breath to guide you effortlessly, gently, lovingly. This is a gift to yourself, this acknowledgement, this presence of surrender, a letting go, just being. Feeling the sensations in your heart, allowing yourself to acknowledge whatever emotion or sensation is present here. Perhaps it's fear, fear of expression, fear of freely being yourself, fear of freely experiencing yourself, and knowing that it's okay that you feel like this. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong that you feel like this. It's natural. It's a part of your current experience. It does not need to be rejected anymore. It just needs to be acknowledged. Perhaps allowing a nice exhale, feeling the vibration of your vocal cords in your throat. Perhaps you want to roll your shoulders, get a little more comfortable in your body here. Feeling how the sensation, the restless, throbbing kind of sensation in the heart is already starting to lift by just having your presence here. Not only presence, but acceptance. There is no rejection. There's only love. Just by spending time here. Neither needs be no analysis, no comprehension, just presence with the sensation. and recognizing that there are stories here. There are stories that are held in the body, things that we've learned when we were children, that it's not safe to be ourselves, that it's scary, that being ourselves is bad, that it means something's wrong with us, that we might get punished. And that story is not true anymore. It's just not true anymore. But it still lives here, and that's okay. And spending time with this emotion, this sensation that lives within your body, lives within your energy, or showing this part of yourself that it is safe to reveal, it is safe to be felt. And through being felt, we can acknowledge that we no longer need to operate in this way. The things that we used to do to keep us safe, we can let that go. We get to let that go. We are not victims, we are not helpless. We are powerful gods and goddesses in these human bodies, these vessels. We get to take accountability of our energy, of our life force, our essence, the expression that we desire to share with the world. Just feeling that, feeling into your solar plexus, feeling how it has like kind of a pulse or a little heartbeat to it. Feel it start coming to life here, claiming your power. And you can say this out loud. I encourage you to say it out loud. I call and claim all of my energy, my power, my focus, my essence back to me now. May it return clear, cleansed, whole, pure. Allowing that to penetrate into all of the cells in your solar plexus, your gut space. Allowing this to slowly spread through your torso like a nice, gentle, soft warmth, a glow. Feeling your power, standing in your power, rising in yourself. You have let go, feeling that you are free. You are free, and asking you now to feel, what would it feel like if I was free? How would it feel? Introducing these feelings to the body, reminding the body that this is real. Yes, I am free. What would that feel like if I felt free? What does that feel like? And breathing into that, allowing your belly to expand, allowing your breath to take up space in your body, allowing your energy, your life force energy, your essence, your personality, your expression to take up space in your body. And letting that feel good. Letting that feel good. Letting your power, your essence feel good. It has space now. It gets to flow. Feeling your light shine so beautifully, so brightly. Yasayakas. Tiasa swayatayana. Huatakas. Dayashawana si huat. Huatasataitas. Hinakas. Hiatastaituanatas. Satakainiatas.
I'm going to give you an infusion of Saiwa, rich, empowering, strengthening energy to your inner masculine.
Mm.
Feel it coming in through your tailbone, up all throughout your body, and into all the masculine energies and aspects of your body, mind, heart, and spirit. Feel your inner masculine being strengthened.
Mm.
And this doesn't mean that you have a testosterone boost and that you're going to go out and be more manly and aggressive, but the true divine masculine, the masculine which loves and protects and provides safety for the divine feminine within you to flow and dance, the divine
Mm.
masculine that holds and nurtures in its own beautiful way. Notice what that feels like to have this energy coming into your tailbone and empowering the masculine within you.
Mm.
And drawing out a bit of energetic poison that's come to the surface. It's kind of like at the base of your throat, between your Adam's apple and your heart. There's some energy that we could describe as like a toxin, an energetic toxin. I am pulling that out at the base of your throat. Feel it as that gently starts to make its way out as I put my hand on the back of your neck and I flow in a light which is the antidote to this energetic emotional poison. Poison is pulled out, the antidote spiritually, energetically for it comes in and fills the space that it's leaving behind.
And I'm hoping to open your navel space, allowing that to drain any heavy energy that is too dense to change back into light. Feeling your stomach draining of energy, almost as if it's pushing energy out naturally on its own, not forcing. It's just flowing out powerfully yet gently. And if you feel any tension, any clenching, just breathing into those spaces.
I call upon the spiritual lineage of this beautiful being of light that we're working with. I call upon his lineage, especially on the masculine side, to come and hold him and empower his body, his emotions, to empower the beautiful emotions to shine through in an incredible way that feels so free and expressive. Allow the masculine aspect of the lineage of this beautiful being to flow through heart, body, mind, nervous system, spirit, energy field, and allow it to empower. There are beings of your spiritual lineage all around you. Some of them have their hands on you. Invite their energy in and allow it to move you internally.
And feel their love. Feel the love that they have for you. Feel their hearts. Feel the strength in their hearts. And they want to share this with you.
Whew. I'm cooked.
And just breathing. Breathing into your heart, to your belly. And allow yourself to glow in this energy, to glow in this strength, this love, this stability, this trust in your expression, this creativity, just glowing in your own energy, your essence. And again, just letting it feel good. It gets to feel good. Being present with yourself gets to feel really good.
Allowing that beautiful masculine love for yourself to come forth as you're present with yourself. Feeling that in truth you do love yourself and that love extends beyond you and into everyone. Even if your ego, even if your mind doesn't agree, that present love for yourself loves you and it loves everyone around you, even if your mind hates them. Allow the love to permeate all else, gently, softly, beautifully.
Just taking your time to, you can stay in this energy, in this space for a moment before letting us know how you're feeling.
Yes, yeah, let that energy flow. But a sacred beholder, we'd love to hear from you and know how are you feeling now compared to before we started. How do you feel? Today's been a powerful, spiritually energetic, and like beautiful day. So many energies flowing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been a powerful day. Very beautiful. And once again, my foot pain feels the best it's felt all day after all of this healing.
Yeah.
So yesterday, I didn't even notice it when we were doing. I have this foot issue. We don't know exactly what it is, but it gets so painful that I can't walk. And yesterday it was really bad, couldn't put any pressure on it at all. And then as we were doing these healings, I stood up and I went to walk and I took a step and it hurt, but I was like, wait, I can actually put a little bit of pressure on this. I can hobble around instead of just walking around with this little stool that I have to rest my leg on. And same thing today. Right now, I can just feel the whole day. This is the most comfortable that foot has felt since all this started.
I said, I trusted when you conclude will be just perfect. I feel very beautiful energies.
Beautiful.
Yay.
Thank you, Sacred Beholder. We're so glad.
Mhm.
How do you feel though? Tune in and how do you feel emotionally, physically, energetically? How are you feeling compared to before you started? We love to know. We love to hear from you guys as much
Yeah,
as you're
so
comfortable with sharing.
just to reflect as well, you felt you were having trouble being yourself. You were struggling to let go, struggling to allow yourself to fix relationships, allow healing within your family dynamic. So, how do you feel about this now when you draw attention to the idea of being yourself and expressing yourself? How what emotions arise within you now, thinking of doing that?
Yeah,
Imagining yourself in a position of expressing yourself in a way that you've been wanting to express yourself that you previously felt uncomfortable to.
yeah. Check in with yourself.
Yeah.
Check in with yourself and let us know. Let us know
Yeah.
how you feel.
And whenever we facilitate healings, we receive them
Oh
too.
yeah.
So no wonder your foot feels amazing when we do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. All that healing energy's flowing right through us and we're all one. We're
Mhm.
all the sharing the same energy in a kind of medicine container in a medicine space that we're all
Mhm.
in. So
Yeah,
we're
and
all healing.
yeah, like Tom just said, I'm meditating with y'all and I'm feeling better as well. And it's also true that like these wounds, we all share so many wounds, like we are all one and we share similar wounds. So if like I resonated deeply with Sacred Beholder's experience, that's been an initiation for me these past several months that I've been tending to. So if anybody else relates to this healing is also for you. It's not limited to this one person that we are actively checking in with and working with. So
Yeah.
that's beautiful, Tom. I love that you're feeling better as well too. Thanks for meditating with us.
Yes, thank you so much. And
Yeah.
Sacred Beholder, if you want to go deeper into this stuff, if you want to work one on one, really have a two-way dialogue between shaman and person receiving the healing, where we can go into some of the deeper wounds, deeper aspects that might be causing you to feel these things, where we can start to address the root
Mhm.
causes of this stuff.
Yeah.
Please don't hesitate to reach
Yeah.
out to book a
And
session if you feel
a
called.
lot of the time, these woundings too stem back from childhood. So there's inner child healing that is part of the journey as well. Also, past life healings. So many of us who are sensitive, open beings or spiritual people, we have a deep persecution wound as well. So it is very hard for us to be ourselves. That's like very common as well. I said, I'm feeling much better now. Thank you guys so much. I'm so ready to face these things even if I get fearful at times. Yeah, that's
Beautiful.
so beautiful. I'm
Heck
so
yeah.
proud of you. And it's literally feeling the fear, doing it anyways.
Yes. Yeah,
That's
the
what it's
fear will
all about.
arise in any new experience, anytime you're gonna change a behavioral pattern or do something new in general, that fear will come up, but you just do it anyway. And that's such a beautiful space to be in, like, ready to face these things even if it gets fearful. Yes,
Yeah.
that is so huge. That's
And
so powerful.
every time you face fear and you move through it, you're teaching yourself, your subconscious, your body, your mind that you are safe to keep doing this. And it gets easier to say yes to the fear, to lean into it instead of resisting it and turning it away. It gets easier and it even starts to be fun
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with
yeah.
the getting to be fun thing.
Yeah, it's like an adventure. It's like, "Ooh, I'm excited. What else am I gonna learn about myself? Like,
Yeah.
how else do I wanna show up in the world?"
Totally. Yeah. And you almost get like a rush from it every time you face something like that and you really integrate it and work through it, do it even though it's fearful,
Mm.
allow the fear to integrate. It's like, wow, like I did that. I'm
Mhm.
capable of that. Like, look how much stronger I am.
Yeah, we
It's
are
so
strong, we're
beautiful.
so powerful. Yeah, the human emotions are so powerful, and
Yes.
when they're alchemized from feeling deep fear of being who we are, integrating that, we're receiving the medicine and the light of who we are by going into the depths of this darkness where there is fear. And then we're reclaiming parts of ourselves, and then we get to shine brighter, we get to be ourselves.
So real quick before I forget, Sacred Beholder, if you so feel called, you can leave a donation. I have a link where that's possible in the description of the video, to kind of reciprocate and show gratitude, or in any other way that you'd like to do that, whether that's through making a review for us on Facebook or whatever, however
Yeah,
you want
or
to
a
do that.
comment on this video after it's posted.
Yeah. And then I also
Yeah.
wanted to say, totally in line with what you were saying, when like fearful or uncomfortable or heavy emotions come up, and I allow myself to truly surrender to them and allow them to start to transmute and move through, it is like, it can, like going all the way to the bottom of that, allowing it to move. Not only does so much power and energy flow through me and into me and integrate into me, but it's like, oh man, where was I going with that? I had a line of thought. Like the at the bottom of that deep, heavy, fearful, uncomfortable emotion, at the very bottom of it, when it all transmutes and integrates, is bliss. It
Mm,
feels so blissful to do that. So
mm.
beautiful. Sacred Beholder says, "I give my word, I will donate tomorrow." Thank you so much. We appreciate that, Sacred Beholder.
Yeah, and thank you for being open. Thank you for
Yes.
being here. We really appreciate it. This is so fun for us.
Thank you for sharing space and energy
You said,
with
"Do you
us.
think everything happens for a reason?"
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes the reason is just because it is.
Mm. And
Yeah.
every moment, every experience that we have creates who we are and creates our reality. It's part of our experience, our present moment. We wouldn't be the same as we are right now in this moment if anything was different.
Yeah. Everything that's happened since the beginning of the creation of the multiverse, since the first particles of light and energy came into being, every subatomic particle that bounced off another subatomic particle and flew to the other end of space and time, all the stars that were born and died and turned into nebulas, all of these events that led up to the birth of our Earth and all of that, and every ancestor of yours that ever existed and went on to reproduce and create new descendants, every little event that's ever happened throughout the whole multiverse has all conspired to bring about this exact moment that
Mm.
we're in right now. It couldn't be any other way.
You said, do you think we choose beforehand to experience painful life cycles? I feel
S-
like we definitely have karma and soul lessons that we are here to learn. And we also have free will, freedom of choice. So I feel like once we have an awareness of a certain painful cycle that we are in, we need to have awareness. Otherwise, if we don't have an awareness, then it just stays an unconscious cycle. So at that point, once I feel like beforehand, we don't really have a choice in that present moment. But once we have the awareness, we get to choose if we want to continue the painful cycle. And then that's where the soul growth and the shifting takes place that we at one point could have signed up for.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Absolutely. Awareness is the key to changing anything, whether it's a painful, unhealthy cycle or an addiction to something, or like a pattern that we want to change about ourselves. Bringing awareness in is the first and also most important and essential step in creating any change for anything like that.
Yeah.
All right.
And our most painful life cycles, we are to experience them and feel them and walk this path to learn from it for ourselves, and then to also, as we do that, we are all connected collectively as one. As one person does it, it affects everyone else who also has that similar wounding as well. So we are all rising together. So each time we have a deep wound, a soul path that we are healing, we're healing it for ourselves, and we're also healing it to help contribute to the earth healing. And then I got distracted by this comment.
Well,
I just
just
thought it was
I was just gonna
started reading that book.
just finish this because I'm really cooked. I need to hop off, so
Okay.
we'll hop off after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, transmission's gone, but I went as good as I could just then. And then Tom said, "I recommend the book. You're Not Dying. You're Just Waking Up" by Elizabeth April.
Love it.
That's cool. Yeah,
That's
I've read parts of that book. It is really interesting. Okay.
Thank you so much, guys. Seriously, thank you to everyone that was here to help share energy with us and space with us. This was so beautiful. Thank you for coming forward and being open to receiving healing. Seriously, really appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. We love you all. Nike Kuyaki.
Yes, thank you so much. See you next time. Have a beautiful night.
Bye.